Square root of 48. So this is what we did on the whiteboard yesterday. There's also a way to do this in your calculator. But you can find any multiples you want. What do y'all want to use? 4 and 12? We'll do 4 and 12. So this is old news. 2 2's escape. 1 2 escapes. Write it down. Another 2 escapes. Write it down. And a 3 is stuck. You can't write your answer like that. You need to combine it. So that's where we get 4 root 3. And then it also asks for the decimal version. So you need to do do the original. Don't put 4 root 3 in your calculator. Do 48 in your calculator. And we're rounding to the nearest tenth. So that would be 6.9. 6.9. Number 12. This is a rectangle with a diagonal drawn. So Pythagorean Theorem says a squared plus b squared equals c squared. 16 plus 36 equals c squared. 52 equals c squared. And then the last step of Pythagorean Theorem is always to square root. And then you would need to factor tree. 4 and 13. 2 and 2. 2 root 13. So that's number 12. Okay. 16. I'll do 16, 19, and then 20. 16. What kind of triangle do we have in number 16? Number 16 is an isosceles triangle, 4 and 4. Very good. We also have the altitude drawn. We know that when you draw an altitude in an isosceles triangle, that it is also a median. So we know that when we find a leg of that triangle, that leg, we can double it to find x. So you can only use Pythagorean Theorem on right triangles. You got to find a right triangle. If you don't have a right triangle, you can't use Pythagorean Theorem. So we're going to look at the blue triangle, and we're going to do Pythagorean Theorem. I'll call this A. So we've got 16 minus 1 equals a squared. So we've got 15 equals a squared. Square root of 15 is a. 5 times 3. No pairs. So a is the square root of 15. That means this one is the square root of 15. There's 2 of them, so x is 2 root 15. You're adding them. 1 plus 1 is 2. You add the numbers outside. Are we okay on number 16? 19. We've got a trapezoid. We did one of these in the notes. 11, 21, 13, 13. Okay. You can take this 11 and you can bring it down here. So this is 11. What's 21 minus 11? 10. So you've got 10 to work with. Well, this is an isosceles trapezoid, so we know it's even on both sides. So 10 divided by 2 gives us 5 and 5. And this is a Pythagorean triple. 5, 12, 13. I'm not even going to do Pythagorean Theorem because it's one of your Pythagorean triples. I showed them yesterday, and if you memorize it, your life will be easier. But if you want to do Pythagorean Theorem, you can. 12. Last one, number 20. Another trapezoid. What do we got? We got 12, we've got 15, we've got 10, we've got x. It's isosceles. Okay, so let's take the 10 and let's bring it here. We know 10 goes here. Another Pythagorean triple. It's 3, 4, 5, but when you triple it, it's 9, 12, 15. But remember, if you don't know that, you're in your calculator, you're doing 15 squared minus 12 squared. You get 81. The square root of 81 is 9. Then you just add them together. 18 plus 10, 28. Okay. Let's talk about what we're learning today.